What's up everyone, Fritz here with my second live cop. Today it is about 5 a.m. on August 28th, so I will be showing the Yeezy 350 Light drop and the Jordan 4 Lightning drop today. So today I'm going to be running Wrath, Kodai, Prism, and Toru. I'm running Toru for the first time, so we'll see how that goes on Yeezy Supply. I'm not so much worried about Yeezy Supply today as the profits aren't going to be that large on these 350 Lights. The stock numbers are absolutely massive. So I'm more so focusing on the Jordan 4 Lightnings. I will be running slots for some people on the Yeezys and for the Jordans. So that'll be the first time that I'm really doing that in bulk, and I will be doing that moving forward. If any of you are interested in that, please shoot me a DM on either Instagram or Twitter. The links will be below in the description. But other than that, it should be a good day. I'm excited to get into this drop. I've got my setup here. It might look a little messier than usual. But just woke up, I've got about 5 hours of sleep in, and I'm looking at the stock numbers. It seems like, from what I've seen, at least from my groups, that East Bay has the largest amount of stock for men's. And as of right now, it seems like Foot Locker is not dropping men's. That's a little odd, but I'm gonna go with the information I have at this point. The groups and the sources I'm in usually provide very good information. So I will get into that in a second. Next up, you're gonna see the footage. Hopefully that goes well. And then later this afternoon, evening, I will do a recap that you'll see at the end of this video. So let's get into the footage now.
You guys just only went for the base sizes for the Yeezy?
I already hit one.
Yeah, I just hit I'm just hitting men's. Good luck.
Add the card on one. Just hitting my little champs. I don't know what's going on, but champs is just been my bread and butter today.
I'm solving hella captures on. So here I am later on that night. It's about 6 p.m. on the 28th, so I've had a little time to digest what happened and think about how I could have done better and the mistakes that I made. As you saw, I ended up with about 25. I had 22 for myself and 3 for the slots that I ran. Wrath had a lot of unlogged checkouts, and Kodai ended up getting me a couple more that were not on that video. So I'm gonna go over that now. I feel okay about the performance today, but at the same time I am disappointed because I feel like I left a lot on the table that could have been fixed easily. So I'll get into that now. So my first issue is, even though I took off work on Friday, I swear no matter how long in advance I start setting up, I never have enough time and never feel fully set up when the drop starts. So again, I'm not blaming anybody. That's on myself. That's definitely on me. But that is something. So again, I wasn't fully set up. I was waiting for stock numbers and didn't get those until after I went to bed that night. So that definitely played a factor in my setup. This is obviously exacerbated by the fact that I was running about 6 bots spread across Yeezy Supply, which I didn't film because it was all slots, and foot sites. So that also creates kind of a difficulty when trying to set up and makes it a little more difficult to get everything ready and get set up in time. Now, a big factor in me not being ready for the drop completely was that up until about, let's say, 45 minutes before the drop or so, I was under the impression, and again, this is my fault, I should have set up for all contingencies, right? I should have had Foot Locker set up, I should have had Eastbay set up. But I was under the impression from one of the groups that I'm in that Eastbay was supposed to have the most pairs of men's, and that Foot Locker was not dropping men's at all. If you ended up running and seeing the stock numbers, this was completely backwards. So if you go back and watch the video, you will see me in the clips that I just showed. You'll see me setting up Foot Locker halfway, like not halfway through, but 5-10 minutes into the drop, and then I started hitting a lot of pairs with Wrath, and honestly didn't have but 100 tasks on Kodai running for Foot Locker. So that was definitely a big issue. But again, I can't blame anybody but myself, right? I was aware that this could be a possibility, and I should have set up those Foot Locker tasks and just had them ready just in case. Another issue I had was that I definitely messed something up with Kodai, and I still need to do a little more research into what I did wrong in the scramble to get some of these foot site tasks started. And because Yeezy Supply was already happening, I definitely made a mistake where I just got bombarded with way too many captchas. And again, if you go back, you can hear me just relentlessly clicking those captchas in the background. That definitely took my attention away from the fact that I hadn't started all my tasks on Wrath and Prism. But again, Kodai did hit me 2 off the bat, but I definitely left a lot on the table there with missing something in the captcha setup. I'm gonna go into that and figure that out later today or tomorrow. But that definitely was an issue. Like I said, I got 2 off the bat and 1 more, but I definitely did not have Kodai running smoothly, and that definitely contributed to me not hitting as many pairs as I could have. So I did run Prism. If you saw that at the end, that definitely did not work well. I know that they had a very bad drop. I'm not down in the bot at all, but lately they have been struggling on foot sites. I know that they've been doing very well with their automation feature when they get a jump on other bots because they're monitoring for skews. But just as far as initial drops go for foot sites, they've really been struggling lately. So I'm really considering maybe running Whatbot, as I have that, over Prism on the next couple foot site drops until they change something or make an update. But I will be using Prism on the slides coming up in about 5 days. So hopefully they get things turned around by then, and that is a different site. The proxies that worked well for me today were Proxy Heaven Resis, Taru, Diamond, Lemon, and Rainbow. I ran other proxies, and you can look at the video and look closely at those task groups to see which proxies I ran as well. But I really try to be transparent with you all and not just say I ran all these proxies and they all worked today. That's not the case. So again, just trying to be transparent and give you all what worked for me. This is because I'm not sponsored yet. All in all the mistakes I made are very fixable by me, and I will work on fixing those in the future. I am still getting used to running 4 or 5 bots with thousands of tasks each. Again, I've mentioned this in previous videos, but that is very different than running 100 tasks on 2 bots. So I'm still getting used to that, having all the solvers up, making sure all of my anti-captcha and 2-captcha are correct and specific for each bot, right? Because Prism, Kodai, and Wrath are all different. So it's not like doing the exact same thing on each bot, right? They are all different, so learning them takes time as well. I've recently started working with a new cook group called Starter Square. You can go there, and that is a group that is focused on helping people learn how to bot sneakers. I know that I've had a lot of questions in the comments below in some of my videos, just asking if you can get into the cook groups that I'm in. Currently, I'm in Only Friends and Family and AK Chefs too, but those right now are not taking new members and are a little more on the pricey side at like $50 a month. Starter Square is only $10 a month, and I'll have a link in the description below. So if you want to chat with me or just ask me some questions, pick my brain, or talk with any of the other staff members, go visit that and hopefully you'll join. That's really all I've got for you all today. I will have another live cop up next week after the Yeezy slides come out, so hopefully that goes well for me and hopefully you all cook too. And finally, if you found any of my videos useful or informative or entertaining, I would really appreciate you subscribing. I know it takes about 2 seconds and it really does help me out a lot, so just something to think of. But other than that, check back later this week for another tutorial and next week for the live cop. Until then, see you next time.